Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do decimal fractions. You're doing addition and subtraction also. So let's start with addition. One thing to keep in mind is when we do addition or subtraction of decimal numbers, we should see that they are all like decimals and we should see that they're all arranged in the right order. What do I mean when I say like decimals? They all need to have the same number of decimal places. The first number, after the point there are 3 places, 1, 2, 3. The second number has only 2 and the third number also has 3. So let's make all these numbers have 3 decimal places. So the second number, all I have to do is add a 0. So it becomes 3 decimal places. Okay, so all numbers now are like decimals. Let's arrange them carefully. 0.243 plus 2.470 plus 3.009. Let's add these up. 9 plus 3 is 12. I carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 7, 12. Carry 1. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. Point 2 plus 3 is 5. 5.722 is my answer. Second one, let's arrange these numbers. 0.0736, 0.6095 and 0.9107. So they're all like decimals. You don't have to add a 0 anywhere. You can simply do your addition. Let's add. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. Carry 1. I can do 9 plus 1, 10. Plus 3, 13. Carry 1. 7 plus 1, 8. Plus 1, 9. And 6 plus 9 is 15. I put 5 here. I put my point and I carry 1 here. Now when I add 1 to the zeros, I still get 1. So my answer is 1.5938. Question 3. 1.01. Now I have 257 and I can't see a point there. Now for all whole numbers, the point will be after the number. So I can write this number as 257.0. So let's put it here, 257.0. The last number is 0.200. So let's add these numbers. Before that, we need to change them all into like decimals. That means they all should have the same number of decimal places. Let me fill it in with the zeros. Here there are 2 missing, so 2 zeros. Now I'm going to add it up. 0, 1, 2, 7 plus 1 is 8. Then I bring down 5 and I bring down 2. So I've got my answer 258.210, which I can write as 258.21. You can ignore the 0 which comes after the decimal part. Fourth one. Again I have a whole number 18. For 18 it is 18.0. The next one is 200. 200 is a whole number part. 0.35 is the decimal part. Third one, 11.72. And the last one is 2.3. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make them all like decimals by putting in the 0 wherever we don't have a decimal place. So let me put a 0 there and a 0 here. Now we can add it up. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. I carry 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Carry 1. 1, 2, 3. 232.37. Question 5. 0.586, 0.0586, 0.00586. Now these are the numbers given to us and we need to add, but first make them like decimals. We put a 0 here, a 0 here and a 0 there. Now let's do the addition. 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. Carry 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 5, 20. Carry 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 5, 15. Carry 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. Now I need to put my 0 and the 0 there, point and the 0. So my answer is 0.65046. Next question is subtract the following. So 6.8 minus 2.64. So let's do that. 6.8 minus 2.64. Subtraction sum. So let's subtract this. Again, for addition also, we need to put a 0 wherever it's missing so that the decimal places are the same and they become like decimals. Now let's do normal subtraction. 0 minus 4 I cannot do. I'm going to borrow 7. This becomes 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Put the point. 6 minus 2 is 4. So my answer is 4.16. Question 2. We only have the number 2 there. That means I'm going to make it 2.0. All whole numbers are like this. The point comes after the number. Below that, 1.0304. Okay. Now I need to subtract these two. Let me first make them like decimals by putting the zeros to make them have the same number of decimal places. Now let's start. 0 minus 4 I can't do. I need to borrow. I can't. I borrow, and then I come all the way to 1 and I borrow. 10 becomes 9. Then this becomes 10, 9, 10, 9 and 10. So now let me subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 0, 9. 9 minus 3, 6. 9 minus 0, 9. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So my answer is 0.9696. Third one. 0.1 minus 0.08. Okay. Now let me put the 0. They become like decimals now. Let me do normal subtraction. 0 minus 8 I cannot do. I have to borrow. So I'm borrowing from here. That becomes 0 and this now becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. Here also it's 0. So what's my answer? 0.02. Question 4. 0.83. Let me write that down. 0.83 minus 0.342. Okay. So now let's put the 0 in the number that doesn't have one decimal place extra. So now both the numbers have 2 decimal places. So let's continue. I'm going to subtract. 0 minus 2 I can't do. I'm going to borrow. 10 minus 2 is 8. Now 3 minus 4 I can't do. Again I'm going to borrow. This becomes 7 and this becomes 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 7 minus 3 is 4. Then put the point and 0. 0.488. Question 3. Subtract 0.43 from 0.97. So when you see the word from, the number that comes after that should be written first. So 0.97, I'm writing it first. Below that I'm writing 0.43 and I'm subtracting. 7 minus 3 is 4. 9 minus 4 is 5.0. So now my answer is 0.54. Let's move on to the second one. Subtract the first number from. Look for that word from and write the second number first. 22.1058 minus 2. Put it in the correct place. 2.008. Okay, first make them like decimals. So I'm going to put a 0 here and I'm going to start my subtraction. 8 minus 0 is 8. 5 minus 8 I can't do. I'm going to borrow from 1. 1 becomes 0. This is 10, which becomes 9, and this becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 9 minus 0 is 9. 0 minus 0, I get 0. 2 minus 2 is 0 and I get 2. So my answer is 20.0978. Question 3. Subtract 0.18 from. So let's write what comes after from first. 0.6. Then write the first number below. 0.18. Subtract 2. Write the missing number. 0. Let's do normal subtraction. 0 minus 8 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow. That becomes 5 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. Put the decimal point and the 0. 0.42. Question 4. Subtract 1.002 from 17. 17 is a whole number which can be written as 17.0. So let's write that. 17.0 minus 1.002. So let's put the numbers that are missing. I have a 0 here and a 0 there. Let's start subtracting. 0 minus 2 I cannot do. I need to borrow, and I can borrow only from 7, which has now become 6. The next digit 10 has now become 9, 10, 9 and 10. So let's start the subtraction. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. Put the point. 6 minus 1 is 5. And I bring down the 1 as it is. So my answer is 15.998. So we have question 5 there. Let me just clear that for you. Question 5. Subtract 83 from 92.05. So I need to write 92.05 first. Minus, below that, 83.0. That's how we write the point for a whole number. Now there is one digit missing, so I'm going to put that 0 there. Now both have become like decimals. Let's do subtraction. 5 minus 0 is 5. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 3 I cannot do, so I'm going to borrow from 9. So this becomes 12. 12 minus 3 is 9 and 8 minus 8 is 0. So my answer here is 9.05. Simplify. So now we're going to go on to sums that have both addition and subtraction, two operations. So first thing we do is let's give them all a sign. Okay, the first digit doesn't have a sign, so I'm going to give it a plus sign. because it's always understood that if a number doesn't have a sign, it's understood to have a plus sign. Now we are going to add up the numbers that have the same sign. So we're going to add up these two numbers. Okay, so let's add them up. 3.5 plus 0.075. Okay, so make them like decimals. Put the zeros. Okay, let's do normal addition. 5, 7, 5, and then I put a point and 3. So I have got 3.575 after adding. Now let me write this other number, 2.43. So let's subtract that. 3.575 minus 2.43. We'll subtract 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Put the point, 3 minus 2 is 1. So when I subtract these two, I get 1.145, which is my final answer. Question 2. So let's give the sign first. Okay. Now add up the numbers that have the same sign. 7.84 and 0.3, they both have the plus sign. So we can add up these two numbers. Let's add them up. 7.84 plus 0.3. 8 plus 3 is 11 and I carry 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. I've got 8.14 after adding up these two. So 8.14 minus 4.016 will give me the final answer. So let me subtract 8.14 minus 4.016. Now see if there's a number missing. Yes, so let me put a 0 and do normal addition here. Here it is subtraction, so we're going to do subtraction. 0 minus 6 we can't do, so I'm going to borrow. So I need to borrow from 4, which becomes 3. Now this is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 as it is. 8 minus 4 is 4. So when I subtract these two, I get 4.124. Question 3. Let's give the first number a sign, plus sign. Okay. Now we're going to add up numbers that have the same sign. Now if you look at 1.25 and 0.54, they both have a minus sign. So we're going to add up these two numbers. So 1.25 and 0.54, we're going to add them up because we know the rule of integers which says when signs are the same, put the same sign and add. So let's add 5 plus 4 is 9, 2 plus 5 is 7.1. So this is minus 1.79. So let's go back to the question. Plus 2.987 and minus 1.79. So I just have to subtract these two. Let's do that. 2.987 minus 1.79. 7. Now 8 minus 9 I cannot do, so I'm going to borrow. 18 minus 9 is 9. 8 minus 7 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So what do I get? 1.197. Next question. Here, let's give this a plus sign and add up the numbers that have the same sign. So the first number and the last number have a plus sign. So we're going to add up these two. So 52.9. The other number is a whole number, 204. So let me give it a point, 0.0. So 204.0. Let's add these up. 9 plus 0 is 9. 2 plus 4 is 6. 5, 2. So I have got 256.9. Now I'm going to minus the second number from it. 231.666. Okay, so let's subtract the two. 256.9 minus 231.6. Okay, now let's write the missing numbers, zeros, so that they become like decimals. Now we're going to work out this sum. Okay, now 0 minus 6 you can't do, so we're going to borrow. We're going to borrow from 8. This becomes, now 9 becomes 8. 10 will now become 9 and 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 6 is 3. 8 minus 6 is 2. Then the decimal point. 6 minus 1, 5. 5 minus 3, 2. 0. So now we've got 25.234. Question 5. 8.57 minus 6.4432 minus 1.70 plus 0.683. So here we have four numbers. Let's give the first number a plus sign. Okay, let's take numbers with the same sign. So we have plus 8.57 and plus 0.683. So first, let's add up these two numbers. So 8.57 and 0.683. Okay, let me put the 0 there and let me give both signs. Now, what does the rule of integers say? When signs are the same, put the same sign and add. So let's add 3. 7 plus 8 is 15. I carry 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. I put the point. I carry that 1 here. 8 plus 1 is 9. So when I added up the numbers that have the plus sign, I got plus 9.253. Now let's add up the numbers with a minus sign, because the rule is when signs are the same, put the same sign and add. So let's take those two numbers now. Minus 6.4432 and minus 1.70. Okay. Now I'm going to put the zeros there and add it up, because the rule says when signs are the same, put the same sign and add. 2, 3, then I have 4 here. 4 plus 7 is 11. I carry 1, put the point. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So this is what I've got. Minus, let me write it here, minus 8.1432. Okay, now we are going to subtract these two numbers. So let's subtract 9.253 and 8.1432. Subtract. So before you subtract, remember to make them like decimals by putting the zeros. Okay, let's start. 0 minus 2 you can't do. You're going to borrow. So this becomes 2. This becomes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 3 I cannot do. I'm going to borrow. This becomes 4 and this becomes 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 4 minus 4 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. So my answer is 1.1098. We'll stop with that for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.